Henry the Sixth became King of England at the age of 9 months old, succeeding his father, Henry the Fifth. Henry the Fifth had been a particularly successful king. He had brought France to its knees and had himself proclaimed heir to the French throne. The French king at that time was Charles the Sixth, also known as the Simple or Mad, and he was the father to Henry the Fifth's queen, Catherine of Valois, and so the grandfather of their baby son, born in 1421, Henry the Sixth. Henry was to suffer mental illnesses as he got older, and so it's quite likely he inherited his disorder from his maternal grandfather. If Henry the Fifth had lived even a little longer, then he would have united the French and English crowns. Nobody expected him to die when he did, especially before his father-in-law Charles. Charles the Sixth was aging and ailing as well as being mad, while Henry the Fifth was still only 35 when the Treaty of Troyes was signed that declared him heir. But dysentery claimed the lives of many a soldier in medieval Europe, and he too succumbed to the disease in 1422, dying a matter of weeks before Charles, who died late in October of 1422. Henry the Sixth, at 9 months old, was now King of England, and a matter of weeks later would technically be King of France as well, but that would only ever be in name only. The tide of the 100 Years' War would be turned by the visions of a peasant girl called Joan of Arc. Initially sceptical when he met the girl, the French Dauphin Charles would use her to his advantage and was crowned Charles VII in 1429, 7 years after the death of his father, Charles VI. The English, however, didn't give up on France. Once they had captured Joan and burnt her at the stake, they crowned Henry VI, now aged about 10, King of France on December 16th, 1431. But despite successes here and there, the war was eventually lost for the English in 1453, when the last possession in France they held fell, apart from Calais. Henry VI reacted to the news badly, and he slipped into a sort of waking coma. He had to be force-fed and didn't stir from his stupor for 18 months, during which time his son and heir would be born. This would leave his queen, Margaret of Anjou, in power, which would remain the case for the rest of his reign. After the disastrous end of the war, there was inevitable fallout. The English liked nothing better than to fight, and so if they couldn't do it in France, they'd do it among themselves. Henry VI had a long regency where others ruled on his behalf, but even on his reaching an age where he might be considered old enough to stamp his own authority and rule for himself, it was plain that he was not made of the stuff required to be a warrior king or even simply a capable monarch. And this is even excluding his mental ailments. He was a simple but kindly man, more inclined to prayer than cutting off someone's head in battle. The problem was, and more precisely for his wife Margaret, who effectively had to do the fighting for Henry and later on their son, was that there were men seeking power. The loss of French possessions was bad for the king, but also for the English nobles who held land there, and so the repercussions would be felt in England.